I was born with HIV in 1986. And so I've been living with HIV my whole life. And, I didn't really have any examples to look to, like no blueprint to follow. It was only me and my mom for a long time. And my mom, she didn't have that support that she needed. I would say it's given me like a depth and an awareness of life that folks who are not living with HIV or any kind of life-threatening illness might not have. I do remember when I graduated high school, I was undetectable. And that was before we even knew what undetectable meant. In 2011, so that was like 6 years later, I got really sick. I guess that's how long it took for my T cells to drop. I knew I had pneumonia. I got sick and I couldn't shake it. Usually that's pneumonia. And then they also told me I had acute kidney failure. And I never prayed so much in my entire life, you guys. And like I was doing all this bargaining. Like, if you just get me out of this situation, I'll promise I'll start going back to my doctor's appointments. I'll start taking my medicine again. I was inconsistent. I was taking it on and off, not like how I should be. And I did dialysis 3 times and my kidneys started working again. And I was like, oh my God. I just felt like that was my second chance, like I felt like I was making all these promises and I had to keep them after that. And I started being a part of support groups and started getting therapy and realizing and being able to name some of the things that I was experiencing as far as like PTSD or anxiety or depression. That's kind of when my life started to change and when I started to get better. So I think it goes back to addressing those social determinants of health, getting folks connected to food and transportation assistance, housing, mental health and substance use treatment. However, even though I'm public with my status, it's still really hard to disclose to romantic partners that you want to be in a relationship with. I've had situations where I've been rejected, and then I've had situations where they still wanted to move forward and talk to me and date me. You equals you definitely has, I feel like, helped in that sense. I'm taking my medicine. I'm not going to be able to pass the virus to you if I'm undetectable, and here's the facts. I think if the whole world, the whole population as a whole gets comfortable having these conversations, perspectives might change, that the stigma might lessen. I think it's gotten better, but that it'll continue to lessen the more we keep having these conversations and the more that it trickles outside of our community, and into the community at large.